Welcome to a incredibly sunny East Curthwaite. For those of you that don't know where East Curthwaite is, we are just a few miles away from Dalston, not too far from Carlisle, but we are in leafy splendour. Today we're here to see a rather majestic house, 18.5 acres, or roughly 18.5 acres of land, a big pond, the coolest summer house, playhouse I've ever seen in my life, tennis courts, lots of barns and things that you can make alterations to, set in probably the most spectacular grounds that I have ever had the opportunity to sell. And I mean, to that point, I'm building a house at the moment and I'm trying in my head to think about how I can stop building that so I can buy this. But no, only joking, this is all over to you guys. The area itself is absolutely lovely. You're surrounded by fields, some of the best grass producing land in the area. So if you're looking at this from a family home perspective, or an equestrian perspective, or a small holding, or rewilding, or making your own meadows, it's got trees, absolutely the most spectacular outlooks. This video is going to be incredibly long, so I hope you've got some patience, but this is well worth seeing. So let's show you around and show you a bit more of this property. So the access to this house is quite special on its own. So electric gated entrance, we're going to go through this way. But I think in many videos before I've said I know nothing about gardening and about flowers, but everywhere around here is absolutely spectacular. This whole array of flowers, trees, everything just feels absolutely loved, and a lot of attention to detail has gone into these things. I mean, half of them I don't know what they are, but half of them I want to take home with me, so that must mean that it's quite impressive, and hopefully this video really shows it. But as we walk up this beautiful tarmac driveway, it's quite a long way that leads up to this absolutely spectacular house, and we're not going to show you the house quite yet because we're going to show you some of the grounds, but I think we should probably have a peek through this arch so you can actually start to get a bit of a taste as to how this property sits in this plot. As I say, just under 20 acres, about 18.5 acres of land, but poke through there. I think wow is probably the word that you're looking for. As you come into this first part, we've got just the most spectacular house. Built in around about, or parts of it were built in around about 1650. And if you can just pan round, Donna, we've even got a lovely walled area that kind of makes this a bit of an inner courtyard. And you can see there's various doors that lead into the other barns that are here. So if you're looking to develop them, make them into something, have them as storage, maybe create an annex, my idea is to make that whole barn, which can interlink with this house, into the ultimate fun party kitchen room. There's even a top level there that you can make into a stage. So if you're that way inclined, there are multifaceted abilities with this entire section that's here. But what an absolutely phenomenal entertaining space. So let's go around and have a little look at the back of the house first, and I can show you, well, so much to see. So this is a tiny section of the garden. You're about to see something rather spectacular in a second, but behind us we've actually got a proper avenue of trees which have been planted a number of years ago. There's a lot of newly planted woodland around, so this in years to come is just going to be outstanding. It's even quite a fun little like shepherd type thing. It's got a few bunk beds in it, my kids would love that, and an aviary over here, garden sheds. But please, Donna, pan round and show that shot. Wow, what an incredible house. I mean, I've been here for a few hours now looking around, and this is my third visitor coming back, and it impresses me every single time. As I said before, built in about 1650, parts of it is an absolute beauty, but set in these grounds. I mean, it's so mature, so well loved. You can see that this has taken not just a couple of years, but decades to be able to get like this. So I'm going to stop waxing on about everything here. Let's go inside and show you the house, and then we'll come back out to the grounds afterwards. Okay, so let's go and have a proper look inside this rather special house. So, because this house has got quite a lot of period age to it, when you step inside you actually start to realise how special it is. So as we come in, the first thing we might notice is it's a beautiful period property, beams in the ceiling, a rather old fireplace over there, which is very nice. I'm going to show you everything on the ground floor first, but the first thing I like to mention, not my white legs, but the rather lovely sandstone flooring, and this follows through the whole of this sitting room, entrance hall, family space. We've got an absolutely spectacular sitting room with 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of doors, really making sure that that fantastic garden space that we've got outside feels as if it's a part of in here. Great fireplace, and yeah, what a lovely area. So we'll go through now and have a look at the kitchen, which seems like quite a long walk away, but it's a very nice handmade solid wood kitchen, complete with a rather giant Aga, and a nice space which overflows into a family room, but equally could be a very nice dining room. The doorways again leading out onto that rather special garden, but I'll just show you the last parts on the ground floor before we go up and have a look at these nice staircase. So this is a rather special staircase, but there's an area under here which has been used as a study for years, which is very good. And then on this floor we have a great cloakroom. So let's go up these stairs and have a look at the first floor. The stairs are quite shallow, which is very nice because it's a nice easy walk up. The bedrooms are split into 2 areas, so we've got this lovely long hallway which leads between the 2 bedrooms on either side, and little steps that lead up into. We'll have a look in here first. We've got a very large bedroom with fantastic beams, really showing the age of this building, and in here a very nice, let me just pop those lights on for a second, a very nice ensuite, quite a substantial size as well. And in here it's not a really bright room because you've got quite a bit of a cottage feel in here, which is very good. And where downstairs is quite light and bright, this for sleeping is absolutely perfect. Then we come back into the hallway, bit of storage, and we have a very nice bedroom in here which has just been recently remodelled. So in absolutely perfect condition and really well complemented by this very nice and very tastefully done new ensuite. Lovely. So let's go and have a look at the last bedroom. So here, just across the hallway, we have another absolutely huge bedroom. Perfect master bedroom maybe, but all of the bedrooms are quite big, so this is a good space. And then another even better ensuite which has just recently been done. We'll go to the other end of the hall now and I'll show you the other bedrooms. Is that on full width?
Yeah.
Yeah. Record it from
there?
like
Up
that,
and down.
and then
Yeah.
bring it up to bring it round to me. Okay, so we've got the final part of the house. We've got a lovely bathroom in here, which is pretty much en suite to this master bedroom suite. And then in here, we've got the master bedroom, which is really big. And then in here we have a dressing room, but equally, if you've got young kids or you want this as a cot room, then this has got perfect space for it. There is actually even a doorway that was through there that went into the bathroom if you wanted to make it en suite so that you didn't have to go out. But that completes the house. We've got 4/5 bedrooms, beautifully done, fantastic ground floor space. But let's go back out into the garden. I'll show you some of the other parts and the land. Okay, so coming back into the garden now. This is just worth mentioning, and it's something that struck me straight away. The house is a lovely size, but if you wanted a bit of extra space or some extra entertaining space or to create a significant kitchen, a link with maybe an orangery or an attachment or something could go into that barn. Now the barn is absolutely enormous, and there's 2 of them actually that interjoin each other. So if you wanted to create an enormous spectacular space, this is the place that you could potentially do it. And I'll show you around here because we've got these huge well manicured hedges, and this area here is pretty much south facing. So when you look at these very pretty barns with glass here, glass here, glass here. If you incorporated that, not only would you have a massive house now, you could have a significant house, or you could have a man/woman cave, or you could have an office space to be able to work, live. The opportunities are endless. Just going to go around and show you some more of the garden space. Well, it's not very often that my breath gets taken away. This is a kid's playhouse, honestly. I mean, it's even got a disco ball at the top of this tower. It's absolutely amazing. So this is another part that's in this garden. And then you turn around the corner and we've got a tennis court. So the tennis court here is a good hard surface. It's netted all the way round. Yes, it can probably do with a bit of an update, but perfectly adequate to be able to have a few good games of tennis, and surrounded, so completely private. We're going to go on to the next bit. This is going to take a little bit longer, but we're now going to go down and have a look at the pond. So that's another one of the fields that comes with this property. As you can see, everything around, all the trees and everything else are absolutely beautiful. And most of them are really mature and got a good bit of age. So let's go and have a look at this. Let's have a look at this pond. So I was looking at this when I was taking photographs earlier, and there's a whole myriad of different types of what looks like Christmas trees. So that means I think you've probably got Christmas set for the next 20 years. Coming through this gate, and we'll wander up this hill because this is the best place to get a proper view of your own pond, and it's quite big. So if we come over to here, which is its best viewing point, you've got an absolutely fantastic wildlife pond, and I can imagine that being teeming with wildlife all year round. It's a really beautiful addition to such a fantastic property. Yeah, another one on my list of ticks to be able to find the perfect home. Hopefully that's something that you like. Okay, so from the back of the house we've now got a lovely area here which has just been had a new surface put down. So this is great if you've got, well, let's just imagine you're using this for equestrian purposes. You've got horse box, or you've got this, that and the other. Or if you've got a caravan that you need to store, or just because the plot is so big, a good hard standing area where you can park your tractor and your topper or something, just to be able to make this space a lot more convenient, but it's completely hidden away from the house. So whatever you want to put here, you can put here and it doesn't have an impact on you. So I'm going to now take you around and we're going to have a look at the planted area, which is near the avenue, and then show you in the distance a few more of the fields that come with this property. Okay, so behind us we've got quite a significant field behind, and if you can see in the distance over there, there's also woodland, and it's very private, very mature. I haven't actually been up there yet, but it looks absolutely spectacular from here, so I'm going to have a little wander up later and have a look. But we're nearing conclusion here, so I'm going to take us back round to the front so that we can have a proper look from the outside again, and I can give you a bit of a rundown of exactly what we've got. Okay, so this brings this tour to a conclusion. A bit sad actually, I quite like being here. So we've got a 4/5 bedroom house, quite substantial. All these fantastic barns which are wind and water tight, and they've got all sorts of potential for conversion. We've got your own pond, tennis court, the coolest summer house I've ever seen, 18.5 acres of land, breathtaking scenery, set in grounds which blow your mind when you are here. This is definitely something that you need to see. This property is coming to the market for £1.5 million, and I do want you to see this one last time before we get to the end of the video. Geographically, we are in a superb location. You could get to live in that, and this is now just coming to the market. So if you are interested at all, please do give us a call on 01768 881111, and we would love to hear from you very, very soon.